Alright, hello everyone. I hope you've all had a great Christmas. It's now Boxing Day, but I thought I'd record these tutorials for you guys and get them up so that you have at least a week to kind of work on your environment and your animation. Okay, so what I've got here is I've created a character. I've put in this old man, changed his clothes a little bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him walk. So I've actually done that just 5 minutes ago. I created a walk cycle and I'm going to show you guys what that will look like. So if I click run here, we'll be able to see him walking. Okay, and you can note that his arms are moving in at the same time, but opposite to his legs. Okay, now that's what we want to end up with. So I'll just close this here and I'll show you what I have done. So firstly, what I've done is I have created a new procedure. So add new procedure, and then I've called that walk. Because I've already got walk, I'm going to call that walk 1 now. Okay, so here I have walk 1. Now the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to go down to the bottom where it says do together and drag one of these into my scene. Okay, what I want to do after that is I want to add a this, move, and the direction. Okay, and I want to drag that inside my do together. After this, I want to move forwards 0.5. Okay, I'll give a moment for everyone just to get up to this part, and then we'll continue. Okay, so once you've done that, we want to start moving his shoulders and his legs, okay, or his hips in this case. So we're going to go to this over here, the drop down. We're going to grab again, and we're going to go to left shoulder. Where is that? Left shoulder. Here we go. Left shoulder. And once we've got that, we can see left shoulder turn. Okay, we're going to drag left shoulder turn into here. And we're going to do left and 0.125. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to do the same for the right shoulder. Now I could go through all of this again, and I could go here and all the way to right shoulder. However, it's a lot easier if you hold control and you just drag a new one down. Okay, now we've got two here and we can see they're both left shoulder. What I'll do is I'll go to the drop down, I'll go to this, and then I'll change this to right shoulder. Okay, now we're going to keep these both the same. We want it to turn left and the same amount of movement. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to get to the left hip. So I'm going to do the exact same process, go all the way down to left hip. There we go, found that one quicker this time. And we're going to put in our turn. Okay, drag it straight under. We're going to go backwards and we're going to go 0.06. So we'll do custom decimal 0.06. Okay, 0.06. There we have that. What I'm going to do once again, hold down control, drag it out, and then we've got a duplicate. I'm going to turn this into right hip. You can follow on from what I'm doing. So find right hip, and we're going to want that to go forwards the same amount, 0.06. Okay. Right, what I want now is I want to go down to the bottom and I want a count. Okay, count up to, and we're going to do 3. We want them to take 3 steps in the loop. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab this up at the top, control one more time, so we make a duplicate and drag it into here. Okay, now I've got move forwards 0.5, so each step he's taking 0.5. That's perfectly fine. What I want to do first is I want to change these to be the other side of his body. So I want right and right, and I want to change these to a higher number than what we've currently got. So I'm going to go for 0.2. And again for this one, 0.2. Okay. And now we have the left hip. So we're going to change these two to be opposites. So backwards becomes forwards and forwards becomes backwards. And what we're going to do here is we're going to double this number because we want to be higher once again. So 0.12, just double that number, 0.12. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to hold control one more time and drag it underneath. Okay, we're still moving forward, so we're not going to change this, but we want both of these now to be left. Okay, and once again, we're going to change these. So forwards becomes backwards and backwards becomes forwards. Right, now that we've got that done, we're going to do it again. So we're going to drag this one right down to the bottom here. And as you can see, we have Now the opposite, so it's the other step. Okay, and now we can drag that one. Now I'll wait for you guys to catch up with that. Hold Control. Remember, hold Control to duplicate. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go straight back up to the top, hold your Control once more, and drag it down right to the bottom. Okay, now we're going to have to change a couple things here. This is our finishing pose, so at the end of these steps we don't want it to keep moving forward, so we're going to remove this and delete it. Now you can do that by dragging it off, or you can right click delete it. Also, we started in left, we're going to want to end on the right. Okay, so change both of these to right. We want to keep them at 0.125, so if you grabbed one of these as a duplicate, that would be wrong. Okay, so we want the top one, both at 0.125, and we're going to change these to forward and to backwards. Okay, forwards and backwards. Now that is our procedure done. So what we can do now is we can go back to our scene. Actually, not quite yet. We're going to go to Setup, Edit Code, and we're going to want to go to our first method. Okay, now you can see I've already got one here. What we're going to want to do is we want to go to this, an elder person for me, for you it'll be whoever your walk cycle is on. And then you can see I've got my old one here, walk, but I also have a walk one, which is what we've just created. Okay, so I'm going to add that into here, and I'm going to click run, and we should have the walk sequence once again. There we go. Perfect.